I threw a few things to you yesterday that let's real quick talk about this game. Dallas without Micah Parsons defensively should be a problem for them, not for Philadelphia. But everybody in the world assumes the Eagles are going to win this game. Do they have any trouble apart from simply not being emotionally ready?
I mean, I guess you could maybe suggest that, another change at offensive coordinator. And this is just what happens when you win, right? You win football games, you win Super Bowls, your coaches, assistant coaches get hired to go other places. So you've got a new OC in town. My guess would be that Philadelphia, because of the change in the coaching staff, decides to play it a little close to the vest if they can. I just don't think they're going to bust out all the trick plays tonight. When you lose Micah Parsons for a defense, it obviously affects your pass rush. Clearly,
yeah.
It also affects everything else on your defense. It's like you get Kenny Clark back in there, and that's great. Like in theory, now they can just run to the outside. Play action is going to be wide open against a secondary that's kind of banged up for Dallas. And now, like when you lose an elite pass rusher, it puts so much more pressure on the back end of the defense because you don't have a guy getting home consistently to the quarterback who now has time. Like good pass rush makes cornerbacks look better. It makes secondaries look better. So I think if Philly can run the ball early, and they should be able to because they ran the ball on everybody last year, not much has changed meaningfully. If they can run the ball early, there are going to be some looks down the field to A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith where they can absolutely blow this wide open, play defense, stop the Cowboys, and if you get the ball back, like Philly is going to chomp clock. So
yeah.
I like the under in this game. I would obviously you'd like Philly at -6.5. I don't know about 8.5. That's pretty steep. But I think Philly kind of has their way in and like dominates without winning by like 30, if that makes sense.
Okay, that makes perfect sense. All right, in almost every season, I don't recall if there was one last year. I'll have to go back and look at it. But in almost every season, there is a worst to first in a division. There was at one point we had it like 8 years in a row. A team that finished last the year before finished first the following season.
Might have happened 8 years in a row in the NFC South, honestly.
Where is that biggest possibility, do you think?
See, now you got to agree with the last place. I mean, I'm sorry. I'm being accosted by my stupid little spaniel, George. Anyway, I'm trying to think of all the last places. So, I think you rule out the AFC North because that's just asking too much, right?
Right.
You can. Basically, I just need you. I'm trying to.
Could New England? New England couldn't win? Did New England? They finished ahead of the Jets. New England couldn't win that division.
Not with Buffalo there.
Right.
Cleveland's not going to do it. I got the list up. All right, Cleveland's not going to do it. Tennessee, I wouldn't rule out quite yet. The Raiders are going to rule out because the Chiefs are there. Broncos and Chargers are still pretty good. The Giants, the Eagles are pretty stacked. The Bears are a very good option. The Saints, no thank you. And, here you go. I mean, the 49ers. Yeah. 49ers and the Bears would be my picks. And I think you roll with the 49ers if you're if you're forced to do like a Survivor-style league where you can only pick one team that's going to do it.
Right.
San Francisco just needs to be healthier. See some improvement on the defensive side of the ball. They got to get these receivers back. Juwan Jennings looks like he's good to go for week 1 according to Kyle Shanahan. Brandon Ayuk is going to miss some time, obviously, but they keep Pearsall. And then you have George Kittle. If Christian McCaffrey plays at a Offensive Player of the Year level this season, and Trent Williams stays healthy, he's really kind of the secret sauce for that offense, then I think San Francisco is easily the best bet. Now, I mean, the Rams could be great. Seahawks could surprise, and Arizona will be frisky. It's not an easy division. But if you know what, a team that was in the Super Bowl 2 years ago kind of had a hangover, that's the obvious choice to me. Although Chicago, a little bit of a sleeper too.
Yeah, I think I don't know. I'm not necessarily feeling Chicago, but the 49ers who were in position, like if games were 3 quarters long last year, I'm not sure they wouldn't have won the Super Bowl. Who is a playoff team a year ago and a good one that you think will miss the playoffs?
Yeah, I think the options here are Tampa Bay.
Right.
Tampa Bay's a good team. Could miss the playoffs. I mean, the Rams, the Rams could miss the playoffs too.
Especially with Matthew Stafford's back.
Nah, he's fine. He's healthy. He's a Hall of Famer. He's great.
I'm with you on that.
If you're picking a team if you gave me one team to pick to miss the playoffs that made it last year, I would go with the Houston Texans. I like the Houston Texans. Think their defense flies around. Big CJ Stroud fan. But I think there's a chance that the Jaguars sort of pop up. The Titans are going to be much better with Cam Ward. And then, we'll see what the Colts are. The Colts are like 8-9 or 9-8 every year under Shane Steichen with this, with just this setup. I kind of feel like Daniel Jones might be an upgrade consistency-wise.
Ooh.
Over Anthony Richardson.
Daniel Jones? Well, that probably says a lot more about Anthony Richardson than it does Daniel Jones.
Yeah, I mean, he completes like 30% of his passes on a regular basis. So, I mean, it's hard to go in on Anthony Richardson when you're benched when you lose the job to Daniel Jones, So, yeah, I would say that if I'm picking a team, I'll go with the Texans, but clearly they have an inferior division. I just think that group is closely bunched together.
I agree with that. All right, give me one of the sexy hot teams. I was actually thinking about the Bears with this question because a lot of people think the Bears are going to be great or have a chance, right? Or weeks ago I made a declarative statement, and I can't believe how many people are on board with this. Patriots will make the playoffs. How many? Who is an emerging team, and I use emerging in air quotes, and for people watching on YouTube there, I just gave you those, that will disappoint. That, you know what? They weren't ready.
I think it's the Patriots. When you said that a few weeks ago, I actually went and looked to see what the odds were, because I was like, man, you give me 3-1 on the Patriots to make the playoffs. I can get down to that. It was -120. Are you kidding me? Like the Patriots are favored to make the playoffs?
They're favored to make the playoffs?
Yes, it's got people. It's like this is like it's not. I mean, it's a hot take. I thought it was a hot take when you said it. It's apparently the take du jour around the NFL, because the Patriots have gotten absolutely steamed in terms of their odds to make the playoffs, their win total, all that stuff. Here's a couple obvious problems. There's only so many slots. I don't think they're going to win the division. I think Buffalo, as long as Josh Allen is healthy, is a 12-plus win team. So that immediately rules out, like the easiest path to the playoffs, winning your division. That means you have to fill one of 3 wildcard spots. Well, even the Steelers, who you could easily talk me into missing the playoffs, and having a 9-8 with Mike Tomlin again and missing the playoffs. The Steelers upgraded at quarterback, I think, with Aaron Rodgers a little bit. The Bengals could be better. It's hard to be much worse on defense, and that offense can cook.
Right.
Even if you just have one team from the AFC South. So, I'm going to take minimum 2 teams from the AFC North. One team from the AFC South. 2 teams minimum, in my mind, from the AFC West. So that leaves 1 spot for the Patriots. And I just think the odds are such that I wouldn't bet on that. If it were like 3-1, yeah, give it to me all day. But -120, you can't get behind that. In fact, I got a hot take for you. I think the Raiders go in and win that game against the Patriots on Sunday.
Woo! Hot take?
Yeah.
I love it. I absolutely love it. All right.
Pete Carroll revenge game.
Oh, that. There's a lot of time.
You got to be old to get that one, but yeah,
there's a lot of time.
I don't think he got fired by Bob Kraft. I think he did. But
was it Bob Kraft or Victor Kayam who fired?
What are these olds talking about? What's next? Like the '86 Mets?
That is so funny. All right, who catches the Chiefs in the AFC? Is it the Bills' year? Is it the Ravens' year? Is it somebody else?
I mean, until further notice, it's a 3-horse race in the AFC, right? And it's gonna come down to either Lamar Jackson, in my opinion, either Lamar Jackson or Josh Allen having the ball late, or Patrick Mahomes having the ball late. 2 of those guys are gonna be matched up in the AFC Championship game, more than likely, barring some bizarre seeding setup or injuries. And it's like, can you close against the Chiefs? I'll say the Bills do it this year. Took Jordan a little time to get the Pistons, but he finally did it. I think it took Josh Allen a little while to get Patrick Mahomes. I think he'll finally do it. Narratives are built to be destroyed. This is the year the Bills finally pull it off.
This is the year the Bills win it all. Final thing for Will Brinson. Micah Parsons wins Defensive Player of the Year and leads the Packers to the Super Bowl, yes or no?
I'll say no on both, but I don't have a problem with anybody who picks the Packers to make the Super Bowl out of the NFC. I think they're going to be a really good team. They're well coached. Jordan Love, I don't think, was entirely healthy last year, just from what you hear, coming out of Green Bay. And it affected his practice time, which might matter to some people more than others, without me saying anything about Jordan Love. I'm just saying, that's what you hear. And if he's healthy this season, they're absolutely a contender. The problem is that division is brutal.
Yeah,
like I said, the Bears could get. I think the Bears will be friskier than people think. I think Caleb Williams has a great year. I don't buy the people who think that the Lions take a massive step back because they lost their coordinators and some O-line pieces. I think they'll be very good. And then the Vikings are a little bit of an unknown, with JJ McCarthy having never thrown a regular season NFL pass.
Right.
But, if Kevin O'Connell's rolling with him, I'm going to trust Kevin O'Connell because until further notice, he's shown that he deserves to be trusted. So, really tough division. If they were in the NFC South, I think you pencil the Packers in for 14 wins and a bye.
All right, I lied. Panthers win 7 games. True or false?
Oh, false. They win 12. Just kidding. No, I think the Panthers win 9 games. 9 games.
You said 12. My heart skipped a beat.
Yeah, no, I think Carolina's going to be better. I think T-Mac is going to have a monster year.
Okay.
Really and look, it's boom or bust for Carolina. I don't think, I guess 9-8's not boom. No, it's 9-8's boom for the Panthers, right?
It's boom.
It's 2.
9-8. 9-8 is boom, and 9-8 gives them a chance at the division, I think.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, 9 wins, and you are in the mix in the NFC South 100%. I think Atlanta's going to be tough. But, a lot of unknowns there, too. New Orleans might be putrid. And Tampa, I think Tampa has a high floor but a low ceiling.
I agree with that. I agree. Will Brinson, senior NFL writer, CBSSports.com. Check out his best bets work on CBSSports.com. We will sort the Sunday pile Monday morning, or actually it's Monday afternoon. It's Monday morning somewhere, just not where you and I will be.
That's right.
All right, sir. I appreciate your time, man. Talk to you next week.
Enjoy the football. See you next week.
You got it. Will Brinson, senior NFL writer, CBSSports.com.